Andy in the lead. We have Nikos in second, Josh in third, so the Division 2 boys are doing well. They went up last year. Then got Goodage, who's only finished one race, and that was a race win. And last year's champion rounds up the top 10. Paul, I'm not too sure who's gonna have it today. I don't even know who's racing. I'm gonna say Goodage, just because he seems to be quick at every single track. But we have had 3 different winners, so it would be good to see someone else win, just to see how much we can do. But who's your money on?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure of anyone's pace, but I'm going to throw a curveball and say Nikos. I know he's been quite quick.
Yeah.
I know he's quite laggy, but it might come down to who gets these penalties at this track.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, Nikos is he's actually shocked me and how quick he's been, because his qualifying times, I think he's qualified top 3 every race so far, and he should have finished higher in some races, but I'm not too sure. I believe George Alice isn't racing again today. Oh yes, he is, sorry. That's who my money's on for the pole position. George Alice, although you can't rule out any of them really. There is one car lagging madly, and it's a McLaren. Let's try and find out who it is. I think it's NR. No. Yeah, it seems to be working fine now. It's working fine now, I think. You do have the McLarens. I don't know if they're going to slipstream each other. It's not going to help them out in any way really, it's just going to slow them down. But it's a clear one stop.
Yeah, it's more effective than slipstream.
Yeah. It's a clear one stop tonight. Unless you obviously break your wing. But it should be a simple ultra soft, super soft strategy. I'd be surprised if anyone does go on to the softs.
I'd say lap 8 to 11, maybe 12.
Yeah. Well, I pitted on lap 14 yesterday, although I was on the super softs. Or lap 18, sorry, I pitted on. And I was on the super softs, so they last a fair bit. So yeah, about lap 8 to 11, like you said, yeah, that should be the best. I'm going to get on board to see if anyone's actually on a flying lap. I think Andy is. But I don't really want to stay on board with one person for a full lap.
Josh just had to start his lap. He's been quite quick in qualifying.
Yeah, Josh has been really, he's been really good. I'm going to get on board with the championship leader, Mr. Ice Cold Andy. He's kind of shocked me this year because he's always been quick. Obviously you haven't been in the league that long, but on the old game, Mr. Ice Cold Andy was one of or the quickest, and then his pedals broke on his wheel, I believe, and it took his time to get them fixed. Yeah, and he had nowhere near the same pace with the controller, and he's just hit the wall there. Bit of a scrappy lap so far, if I'm being honest with you. But because we haven't done the time trial stats, it doesn't seem to do them anymore. I really don't know who's... I know TUF F1, Corey, is in the top 10 in the world on this track. And there was no corners cut, I can promise you. He did not hit the wall and fly across the chicane. Check his ghost car, he did not do it. Andy's coming on the 3rd sector now anyway. So let's see. I'm not sure what Paul was yesterday. Podium I've been... Chris have said, could you turn up your mic, please?
Yeah, I was just working on that. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, that's much better. Right, well Andy's done a 34-1.
Alright, great.
I believe that... And En's done a 34-0. Last night Paul, I believe, was a 33-8. So these guys...
one person got into the 133s.
Yeah, I'm expecting at least 10 of these guys to get into the 133s. I will say, since you've turned your mic up, I can hear myself.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully that's a bit better.
Yeah, that's better. I can't hear myself.
A little bit more.
No, it's fine.
Okay, great.
Right, let's see. I don't know why I'm still on board with Ice Cold Andy, that's my bad. And I get on board with Corey. He's on a 34.4. And George Alice, like I said, he's already done a 33.7. And that's...
I would be surprised if that wasn't a banker time.
Yeah, yeah. And that's his first lap. And Kev has had a little spin. Which isn't good. And I get on board with Sean. He hasn't had much airtime this year. So I'm going to get it. I think he may have cut the corner there, but who knows.
I'll have a quick look at corner cuts. And yep, that's a lot of bad lap time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you've got... the thing is with these guys, they can, you know, afford to put a bit extra fuel in their car because realistically they don't have to do one lap then come back in. They can afford to do two and then go in.
Yeah.
So if they do make a mistake, then you know, they can just go back out. And Nikos has done a 33.8 as well. So Nikos and George have already beat last night's pole, and now everyone's going to be shooting off into the pits. I think there's a couple of people still out on track though. Corey being one of them, and I believe there's someone there, but I don't know who.
Costa looks like he's on an out lap, although it looks like he might actually hit traffic at the start of the lap.
Yeah. No, I think Costa has just finished his lap because he's invalidated because his fuel light is on red.
Right.
His fuel light's on red, so... Right. And you've got the Keva, he's actually going to go for another lap. So we're going to stay on board with him because everyone else is shooting off into the pits anyway. Let's see what he can do. I'm going to get rid of that because it's annoying. You'd expect Kev to do well. He's just done a 155.9. Now that is close to pole. He did have a little spin though. But he's only got 1.1 laps of fuel left. So he'll have to nail this lap because I don't think he'll have enough time to go back around. And
no, probably not. It's normally when you hit 0.3 you start to lose engine power. So.
Yeah. She's going to have to pretty much nail this lap because he won't have time to have another one. Unless he comes in the pits at the end of this lap.
What would you say is your estimated pole time at the end of the session?
Well, after that, I'm probably mid-33s, possibly even less. After George Alice and Nico this time. And I still believe that these guys made a few mistakes as well, so... It's just not an easy track.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go for a 1:33.3. I reckon we're going to see just a shocking lap.
Yeah.
Disgusting lap from someone.
Yeah, and Goodage is yet to set a lap, and so is Mr. Costa, and so is Kev, realistically. So, yeah.
That really doesn't help with the pressure.
Say it again, sorry.
On your last lap. That really doesn't help with the pressure on your last lap,
yeah.
which you've already cut.
Exactly. And Kev is actually going to finish this lap. Let's see what he can do. I'd hope it's in the 33s. And he's gone pole, 33.6.
33.6.
Nice. It's a good lap. You won't have time for another one though, that's the only issue. But yeah, you've got Costa and Goodage 17th and 18th as it stands. So, but everyone's still in the pits, according to my screen.
Yeah, you can wait till around 2 minutes 40 to get the most out of the track.
Yeah.
On this track.
And John isn't messing about. He's on an out lap and he is absolutely putting his foot down. I think he wants 2 laps. I think he wants to put 2 laps in because he's got 5 laps of fuel, which he will burn off. Currently 17 people watching, so whoever you are, hello. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz.
It must be the YouTube sensation.
It is, it's the YouTube sensation himself. Bringing the punters in.
I hate calling myself that, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, but when everyone else calls you in it gets, you know, it gets stuck in your head, so don't worry about it. But there is a few comments if you want to just check to see what people are saying, mate. If you can.
Yep, hopefully my internet doesn't have a breakdown.
There you go, a YouTube sensation that doesn't trust his own connection, guys. Well, John's going to have enough time for 2 laps anyway, so it's just going to come across the line now. that was close. I'm gonna get on board with Luca because he had a really good race last time out. I believe he's only a reserve, but yeah, he done well last time. I'm surprised to see how many some people seem to be taking it, you know, that extra careful around these corners, so they're losing a couple of attempts just.
Well, yeah. Even on your out lap, you could cut a corner and bad like your next lap.
Yeah,
this game's
exactly.
amazing,
Yeah, exactly. And Luca has done. That was his out lap, but no, that wasn't.
Just give it up. I think it's invalidated.
Oh, will cost us out. And we got the Kever on pole.
Good ace is on his lap.
Right, let's have a look at Steve-O. Where is he? Good is. There he is.
Oh, we've got Taurus on the wall.
Who?
Who's that? Torosso. I'm not sure if it's...
That would be Woods, I believe. Or... I actually don't know who's in the Toro. I should, but I don't. And Sean has just gone sixth. Sean's gone sixth and he's retired the car. It's a good lap time by Sean. Let's see.
John comes to the final corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on board. Oh, John. Where's he?
Goes the fourth.
It's a good lap by John. Corey's backed out of his lap. He must have made a mistake. He's gonna go for another one.
The Costas just said he invalidated his out lap, so there you go.
Yeah. So Good Days goes first.
Who thinks someone can beat that?
Plus he is now doing another lap. Yeah, I believe he can beat that. I believe a few people can beat that. Where's Nick Goss on track? He's just coming by turn 1 now.
Into turn number 2 now.
Yeah, he was just 3/10 off his last lap. So, yeah. Right, who else is doing a lap? We got NR. Let's get on board with Mr. Ice Cold Andy. Where is he?
Woods going up the 14th.
Oh, and Andy's going into the pits. Woodsy, 14th. I'm going to stay on board with George Alice then. I think he's the only one that's currently doing a lap that could actually get the pole. You've got Pubstar, Corey, and Oxox. I've been and Josh still yet to make a decent lap time. There is Josh. Right, yeah.
John's been in the dirty air of this Red Bull for the entirety of his lap, which isn't going to help him at all.
No, but it is George Alice, so it may be getting him a bit quicker. Well, let's see. George Alice comes across the line, and he does a 33.4, and John does a 33.5, and Pub does a 33.7. So these guys, it shows why they're in Division 1, really, doesn't it? You know, one guy...
half a step separating the top 2.
Yeah, exactly. You know, one guy... Well, top 3, really. Less than a 10th separate... about a 10 separates the top 3. But yeah, I predicted pole. I feel like a boss.
There you go.
But race predictions, we do know George is a tad laggy sometimes. Plus...
As is John.
As is John, but George does like...
I can see Good A's retiring pretty quick.
Yeah, but George does like a risky move. So him being first could help him out, but it is a long, long slipstream down to turn 1.
It's quite difficult to overtake on this track, so it could be decided on lap 1, depending on who gets spun out.
Yeah. Exactly. Ow. Right. My TV's about to go on standby, so let's change that. Did you see what people are saying on YouTube, or don't you trust the...
There's people complaining about the lag of the stream and saying how quick Div 1 is.
Right, okay.
Fairly standard.
So the stream's laggy then, is it?
I mean, it's not too... it's watchable.
My connection should be fine. Right, so... Right, rounding up. You got George Alice in first with a 33.4. Goodaids in second. Then you have John, Josh, Kev, Pubstar, Nikos, Oxox improved on its lap, NR, Mr. Ice Cold Andy. Then you've got Luca, Sean, Corey, Funky, Woods, Napula, Flying Connor, whoever he is, Jody, Whisket, Mr. Costa. Rounding up the field.
And apparently the connection is actually better, so that's good.
Oh, sorted. Right, well this should be a very interesting turn one. What we normally do, mate, I'll get on board. I'll get on board with like the front, third place-ish, and you get on board with like the middle pack if you can.
Yep, sure.
I don't mean all race, I just mean at the start.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye.
Sorted. Guys in the comments, who do you think's going to win this race? It is a long, long wait. Right, let's go. I'm gonna go by position changes. Well, it looks like John's had a poor start, but it looks like a good start from the two guys there. Oh! Oh!
And John's out.
Wow! Oh my god! All them cuts. That's all on the stream as well. If that's not a safety car, I don't know what is. Wow.
That's a lot worse than I expected.
That is. And you've got Oxox making a move, and he's spun as well. Oxox has lost his wing as well. Well, that was a very eventful.
So you got John and Seb out, two of the Div 2 boys.
Yeah, so everyone will be pitting right now. I think you've got Goodids all over the back of George Alice.
And your first 5-second penalty for corner cutting.
Yep. I believe it's because he gained one place. So I'm guessing when he passed someone with all those crashes, the game's gone against him, so hopefully that gets taken away. Kev has left the session. I hope that doesn't bring out the safety car.
That might.
And I think it has. If this race has a safety car glitch, I will not be happy. And the comments are blown up over that crash.
Yeah, to be fair, Chris, I'm very surprised there's only 2 DNFs after that.
Yeah, I mean.
That looks a lot worse.
But I'm expecting everyone to go into the pits anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, especially at the back, with broken wings.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stay on board with Goody.
A lot of double stacking in the teams.
Yeah. Definitely. You've got Woods up 8 places, as it stands. And Goodids is going to make a move. Turn 1. Oh, they touch. Goodids cuts a corner. And it looks like he's giving the place back to George. No, he's not. Oh, it's a bit laggy there. It's a bit of lag. And Josh has sneaked through as well, I think. No, he hasn't.
You've got everyone from 9th down to 18th in the pit, so lap 1.
Yeah, that says it all. So they won't be fighting for a podium. Oh, and Goodids has lost a bit of his wing. So you've got the top 5 very close to each other. Costa's up 10 places. Showen's up to 6th, but you've got the top 5 are pretty much. It's between the top 5 this race. Everyone else is a bit too far back, I think.
Yeah, everyone from 9th down. A couple people on the softs or supers are going to the end. A few on the ultras. So.
Right, okay.
A couple people going on the 2-stop.
It's a bit of a weird one. I expected everyone to go onto the softs because it would be a 1-stop then. I believe Goodies have just damaged his wing again because he hit the back of George Alice again.
Wouldn't be surprised if that is lag. Something like that one.
Right, DRS is now enabled. So we'll be expecting a couple of moves here.
The problem is you need to get a really good exit out of the final corner, otherwise you just don't have the speed down towards turn number 2.
Yeah, exactly. John has put something in his own language, in Greek I think, and I don't know what it says. If you can get on board with the guy further down, mate, just to see if they are actually close.
Not particularly, no. I think the pit stops really spread everyone out.
Yeah, and you've got
A few
Costa.
people had penalties as stop goes.
Yeah, Mr. Costa's in the pits again, so...
And that's more oil damage, so I'm not sure what caused that.
At the moment.
Has anyone else got any damage that he might have collided with? I don't think so.
Right. There's not much to talk about at the moment. Apart from we got the top 5, obviously similar pace, no moves being made. You've got Woods catching showing. That's pretty much about it, mate.
We've got Luca on the back of Whiskey.
Yeah, Luca looks much excuse me, much quicker than Whiskey at the moment. I believe Whiskey is using his wheel for the first time. In a race anyway. And I think Luca may have damaged his wing a little there.
Yeah, it looks like it. So
And Geordie's in the pits.
Probably going to have to pit again.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got Goodids making a move. Around the outside. And Josh is making a move as well. Josh is following them. Oh, and George Giles has somehow defended. But Josh is going to slip through on Goodids. Oh god, these guys.
Runs wide. Is he going to go into the pit?
Ooh, and Mr. Ice.
Whisket's got it back.
And Mr. Ice Cold Andy's in the pits now. And Josh is making a move on Goodids. Squeezes him off track. Fair move. But now you got Pupstar coming through as well. And Goodids just losing places. Oh, this race is going to give me...
Be inside in turn number 2 again. Can he make the move stick this time? It looks like it. He's got that one damage. He's probably going to lose it in sector 2 again.
Yeah.
Side by side from turn 3.
Ooh. Ah, good driving.
We've got Nikos behind, just waiting for these two to collide, and yes, they have.
And they've gone.
And I don't think Whisket's got damaged, so...
And Kev has joined back for some reason. And got Goodids coming into the pit, so I'm assuming he's got damage. You've got Woodsy on the back of Showan now. You've got Showan up 8 places, you've got Woodsy up 10, Naples up 9. So, right, so Showan's straight line speed looks pretty decent. I can't keep up with this race. I get above Corey, I see that... No, never mind. Did say that he was only 5 tenths behind Mr. Ice Cold Andy on stream. Right, he is. And they are teammates. The old admins. Goodids has come out in 7th, so it's not really that bad.
Nikos has got damage and he's in the pit again.
Oh no. Right, let's see how many stops these guys have made.
A lot of very late braking at this race.
Yeah, well you've got 7th down to 18th, who have made a pit stop. Costa and Geordie have made 2, but I believe Geordie has left the session. Let's look at tyre wear. So you've got Showan and Woods, just to point out, they are on the super softs. And, you know, they aren't too far away from these guys at the front. It's about around 7 seconds. So I know that is a long time, but you know, come towards the end, when they're on the Alphas, things could change.
It really isn't that different between the two tyres at this track.
No, it's not. 6 tenths a lap, I believe, or around 5-6 tenths a lap. But in the race, things are different. So tyre wear's not an issue. You've now got Josh.
Yeah. George down the straight.
Expecting to make a move here. Does George go defensive? Yes, he does. Oh, it's a bit of a cut for Josh. We'd have had a warning for that, I think. Side by side, plenty of room. Nice helicopter shot. And George just gave up on the position. Josh in the lead. But now George is coming back.
He's going to try and come back at him.
Oh, that's a good move. Helped a little bit by lag there. And Josh has got back at him again. This is great racing. All with a helicopter shot as well, that was.
Now the Force India is right behind these two.
Yeah, yeah. Pub star Andy. And you've... Oh, God, this race. The front three have run away with things. But like I said, I'm just going to point out, obviously, again, the Showan and Woods are on the super soft tyres. I wouldn't rule out Good Aids, mind. He is on the super softs. He's come out in 7th, but I think a podium is still possible for him knowing his pace. These front three guys... Yeah, exactly.
Could really make up some time, especially with these three fighting.
Yeah, I'm going to get on board with NR, because I believe he is very close to someone. Yes, he is. And as I say that, he attempted to move, but it didn't work out. Let's get on board. Right, let's see if George can do it back to Josh. Nah, Josh has had a good exit, but he has hit the grass a little. Excuse me.
Can Ox make a move on Corey? I don't think so, he's too far back.
I'll get on board with that.
Wait for the main straight.
Yeah, he's going to wait there. You've got Napoli as well, he's now up 10 places as well, so... That crash helped a lot of people out. But it ruined other races, so...
Good days and fast left the race. That's the pace you're talking about.
Exactly. You've got Woods all over the back showing. Woods will just be dying to get through. Sean is a very good defensive driver, but he does leave plenty of room, so Woods will have nothing to worry about there. Woods in his old pink helmet, excuse the pun. But we should be expecting some moves. Let's get on board with George Harris, because he's in the DRS one, and the second DRS one is very effective. But it's difficult to overtake as well at the same time. Like, look how much time he's just gained. Oh, and he's at the wall. Josh kind of closed the door there.
I don't think he's got damage.
No, I
he
don't.
Should be able to continue.
Yeah, I don't think he had any damage from it, but it did pull him off just a little bit, I think. Get back on board with Woods, and Woods have passed Showan. I just missed it. But Showan's coming for a little switchback. It doesn't work.
Maybe smart to wait for the straight now.
Yeah.
Focus on getting a good exit out of the final corner.
Exactly. Josh has had a good one, so I won't be expecting a move there. I'm going to get on board with Showan. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Showan's drifted, but so has Woods. Ox has now passed Corey, I believe. No.
Supers versus Ultras.
Oh.
He goes for a dive, but Subplate, you really don't make it overtake.
No, that's a very audacious move. And Ox is going wide every single corner. I'm surprised he hasn't had a penalty yet. I don't think anyone's had a penalty apart from Andy as of yet, but everyone I'm going on board with are going off track. You'd expect Ox to make a move here.
And he's making a move for 8th, and I think he should easily get this move done. And Good Ace gets through second time penalty.
Yeah, there it is. And Andy is now past Funky Cobra.
Andy up to 8th.
And Corey has held off Ox on that straight, so... Yeah, it's not too bad. Breather. After that turn 1, I can't think straight.
Looks like Ox and Corey can't be separated.
Yeah, I think Ox...
Still trying to get past him.
Yeah, Ox has got the cornering speed, but Corey has the straight line speed. So we'll see now coming onto the DRS zone. It's crazy to think how far these guys are behind already due to that turn 1 incident. So I think it was only the top 6 that were without damage. And Ox is trying to squeeze his way through at every single corner. He should be making the move here.
If you can get the braking right, it should be a nice, easy overtake.
Ooh.
Clipping the apex.
Oh, it's an absolute terrible camera angle. I'm getting Bubba Corey. And Corey tries to return the favour of what Oxide doing to him.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, they do keep it clean. It's great racing. Let's see if Corey can make a move now. Have a great exit. That's what he needs.
His tyres might be going at this stage.
Yeah.
Compared to the supers, at least.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only problem. Oh, it looks like he's going to pass. He's nearly passed him before he's even activated the DRS. Oh! Oh, and Oxox is... Oh! He broke very late then. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I was looking at Josh pulling away.
Yeah, it didn't look very safe anyway. He kind of hit Corey. I don't know if Corey's got damage. I hope not. Pubstar looks very racy now as well. But although the guys behind are on the
push.
Yeah, he is. Although these guys behind
are
on the super softs, they are still losing time. So, and George
at 9, as predicted.
Yeah.
He's got to hope he gets that clean air.
Next, I'm going to just see what tyres he puts on. I'm guessing it's going to be the supers. Yes, it is. No stop go penalties, so it should be fine. And showing it's very, very good for them because, no disrespect, they probably are the favourites to go down. So these big points will help them out a lot towards the end of the season. And Oxox seems to pull away a bit from Corey now. Everyone else is pretty much spaced out. So I don't really know what I'm bored with.
Some clean air so you can push and try and get it undercut.
He does. The only thing is he is going to come up to Napa Woods pretty leave. No, he's not. He's 8 seconds behind, never mind. But they are also on the supers. So he's got plenty of time by the time these guys pit. Will Josh and Star go in? That's the question. Apparently they will both rejoin the track in 5th if they pit now. So they will slip straight behind Woods and Showan.
But crucially stay ahead of George.
Exactly. George is catching dramatically.
Is Josh going to come to the pit? Yes, he is.
Yeah, Josh is in. Will Pubstar follow? No. Pubs is staying out. Right, okay, maybe Pub's hoping that they will come out and get held up for a little bit.
Maybe battle each other and try and get a front jump from both.
Yep. It's a good tactic. Showan's on the back of Woods now as well. 72 comments on the stream as well, so if you fancy reading them, feel free. Just to see what people are saying.
70 of them have been Chris.
Yeah, I can imagine. Was anything said about turn 1?
Let's have a quick look. Just a lot of swearing.
From who?
Everyone.
Right, okay. And what's the reason for that?
I think it was just shock at... I mean, I don't know what happened on your screen, but I had cars mounting each other.
Oh, I meant I caught it all. I caught it all.
God knows what else.
It was like a helicopter shot as well, so I literally seen it all. If you watch back that stream later, it looked awesome. As much as it ruined those races. It did look pretty sick, to be fair.
You got good A's on the back of Josh.
Yeah.
Looking very quick, so he's back in this race.
Yeah, he is.
If he can keep the tyres to the end.
Yeah, I think Goodids can take the tyres to the end, but don't forget these guys are now on 8 laps, newer tyres I believe, or 6 laps. The time penalty for Corey. Just going to get on board with Pubstar to see what he does. So you've got the 2 Force Indias, yeah, and Pub's going in. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes out. You've got the 2 Force Indias in 1 and 2 at the moment. Right, let's see. I'm going to get on board with George Alice. Who has...
He has actually jumped Josh.
Yeah, only I was just about to say, yeah, he has jumped Josh. And he is over a second ahead, so... Good tactics from George Alice, but let's see if he gets in front of... Pubstar Andy. Oh, it's going to be close, I think. No, Pub's lost time there. They've both passed him. Even Goodids has passed him. Pub's lost a lot of time there.
George has absolutely nailed that strategy call then.
Yeah, he has. And like I said, once George is in front, he does tend to stay there. Because he is a very quick driver, he just gets himself into trouble. At this rate, I won't be surprised if Good Aids passes Josh.
Yeah, he's looking very, very quick
Yeah, he
in
is.
all sectors.
Let's go on board with NR, because he looks like he's, never mind, he's quite far behind, but he is catching Corey. Who's left to pit? Is it just Woods?
The top three.
Top three, right, okay. Well, they are on the super softs. Right, I'm just going to get on board with Woods, just so when he watches the stream, he'll say that he's leading a race. Well done, Woods. He'll,
Screenshot.
yeah, he'll take that to his grave. He'll be on his gravestone. And NR is now within DRS range of Corey. He is catching it, just going to see what tyres all these guys are on, because this game does tend to...
Still on the ultras.
Oh right, so Napa is on the ultra softs. Right, so that's a bit of a shock. I assumed he was on the super softs.
Surely he's got to pit this lap.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and Woods is pitting. Is Woods pitting? Yeah, he is. Right, okay. Quite early.
I'm starting to question whether Napa is actually on the supers now.
Say it again, sorry.
I'm starting to question whether Napa is actually on the supers now. It's just the game line.
No, he is on the ultra softs. Usually visually it does mess around, but when you go on tyre, it does say the correct tyre choice. And Corey goes into the pits, so he didn't really have a long run on them ultra softs. And where does Woods come out? Woods comes out in 8th. I believe Funky, Andy, and Good Aids have to pit again, so it could be a top 5 for Woods. And he comes out in 9th. Sorry, not 8th, but he is on the super soft, so I'm going to get on board with him because he should be passing Ox pretty soon. So it's a good drive from Woods so far. He's recently taken up manual gears. I believe this is his second league race with them. And Ox is going wide every single corner. I don't know how he hasn't had a penalty yet, but. And the thing is with Woods as well, Podium, you know, we've raced with him for a while. He doesn't get penalties.
That's going to help him out then.
Yeah, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if Woods has more than one. I'll be shocked if he had one. But, I mean, if he has more than one, I'll be even more shocked. He just doesn't like penalties at all. Will he go for the bomb? No, he won't. I'm going to go on board with Pubstar because he's right behind Good Aids, and as they say that, Pubstar goes wide. And George Isles has put fastest laps, which the other guys wouldn't like to see right now. But he is coming up to Showan, I believe. He's right behind Showan, and there's the back marker. Never mind, it's the ghost car. Excuse me. Let's go on board with Woods, he's had a good exit. We'd expect a move here. Towards turn 1.
He's quite far back.
Yeah, he is quite far back.
Close up in DRS zone.
Ooh, is he? No, he's way too far back.
Backs out of it.
Yeah, but he's going into the wrong gears as well. You know, he was in gear 2 then, coming out of that corner. It's yellow flags in sector 3.
It's Luca, who's more of his front wing, and I think he's had a collision with the Salva.
Yeah, and Showan has dropped 2 places, so I don't know if he's had a little bit of an issue.
He's lost a place to Josh. So
yeah, and now Good Aids is, I think, going to pass him. Showan's just losing time now. I think it's time to pit because you've got Woods and Napula, I believe.
you've got Luca struggling to get into the pit.
Right, it's okay. It is a bit of a tricky pit lane, and he retires in the pit lane. Hopefully he just stays a little longer. Josh has caught George Alice a little bit though, to be fair. And Pubstar's passed Good Aids in the which I did miss.
Trying to go on the outside.
Yeah, and it does work.
I think he's done it.
Yep. Good Aids is in DRS.
From Ox now on those ultra softs.
Yeah, he's definitely pushed away. You've got Good Aids about to make a move on Pubstar Andy. Considering Good Aids is on these old tyres, he's got some great pace. Ooh. Come on, give us some good camera angles.
3.
Oh, they touch wheels.
Got the Sauber not
Yeah,
making it easy.
no. Who is that in the Sauber?
Very much a Felipe
Nikos,
Massa
I believe.
also.
I don't know what has happened to Corey because he is now down in 15th. So very frustrating race. I can't believe after all that at turn 1 there's only 2 retirements. I know Luca's retired now, but I mean just from turn 1, you know?
Yeah, I was pretty sure at least 5 cars
Yeah.
would have been out.
Watch the stream back later on,
half
honestly.
the grid had broken wings, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's lucky that half the grid didn't lose a wheel.
Right, let's get on board with... I don't know what to get on board with. I'm going to get on board with Woodsy because he does seem to be catching Funky Cobra. And he's the only one that's under a 10th gap with someone. There's a penalty.
Versus good A's.
Yeah, and there's... Oh yeah, sorry. And there's a penalty for Costa as well. Fair play to Good Aids because these guys are much fresher tyres. Pubstar is in lean though. His fuel light is already on. I don't know why he under-fueled on a track like this, because tyre wear is not an issue. So you don't really need to save the tyres.
I would never recommend under-fueling unless it's wet.
Yeah.
You just can't really get it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Without losing a lot of time.
Exactly. Over 100 comments on the stream as well now, so I don't know what them guys are saying. I'm going to get on board with Corey.
Tuned into the stream on turn 1, thought I was watching Rocket League.
Who said that?
Let's go value. I have no idea who that is.
No clue.
Chris calls it the crash of the year.
Oh, definitely crash of the year. Definitely. Oh, and Nikos is lagging bad. His car's all over the shop.
I don't think he is.
No, Corey's about to make a move.
Yeah, he's got Corey behind him.
Yeah, Funky Cobber's pitted now, so let's give Woods a bit of breathing space as well. Andy's his next target, and there's another time penalty for Corey, and Nikos is lagging really bad. That's going to be a lag warning. Is he lagging on your screen?
Not severely, but I'm just waiting for the car to flip upside down.
Ooh. Corey did touch him then. Just a little nick.
Seems to all calm down a bit.
Yeah.
This front.
Yeah, Good Aids is pulling away.
2-second lead.
Good Aids is pulling away from Hubstar, which is very shocking. And you've got Mr. Ice Cold Andy in the pits, so that will bring Woods into 5th, and Pubstar is his next target. What's the gap between those guys? 19 seconds. So it's going to be a bit difficult to close that down, I think.
I think Pub's going to struggle because Good A's has got almost a lap and a half of fuel.
Yep.
So.
But will Good Aids have to pit again though? That's the issue. Is he going to have a puncher? Who knows? His tyres are going to be dead soon.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, Nikos is lagging bad on my screen. Not so much on the straights, but on the corners. Look, anyway, Corey's passed him. Andy's now on fresh tyres. Mr. Costa's his next target. Not many penalties have actually showed up on screen, but that doesn't mean that not everyone does have time penalties, so should be fun to see.
Look and see.
If you could not just tell what have had penalties, but if you can just say if there is more than what's been showed on stream.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah? Oh god. I think Good Aids, man. I am really surprised with his pace, considering he's been on them tyres for so long. And Pubstar's recently pitted as well, so. And Andy has passed Mr. Costa, just missed that. And NR is going into the pits. Show will take that place off. Is now in 6th. Woods is in
Apparently
fifth.
Matthew's disconnected and can't join back.
Right, okay. Well,
I'm not sure when, but I've just seen that in chat.
yeah, but that's unfortunate for Napoli because I think he would have had some points. I'm gonna have a look at the pit stops of these guys because
I know, I'm just coming out on the ultra softs, so
you'd
you
expect
could
him.
transfer points.
Yeah, you'd
Comes
expect.
out just behind Cobra.
Yeah, you'd expect him to pass Funky, but Funky is also just pitted, so that one's going to be down to just pace alone, I think. You got Josh, who is now nearly 3 seconds behind George Alice. Pubstar is now on the back of Good Age, so is now the time the Good Age is struggling.
It's looking like it. Good Ace has got a lot of fuel to defend,
Yep, he does.
and with the DRS of Josh, he should be alright.
It's crazy to think that he is actually still catching.
Now I can get to lap 23 to 25, he will start to lose pace.
If I was him, I would just pit for the Ultras right now because Woods is 20 seconds down the road. So although he's not, but he does seem to be catching Josh. So I don't really know if it's worth him pitting.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be struggling, so I don't see
No, he doesn't. But if he pitted
how
now,
he gain or lose anything.
yeah, if he pitted now, he'd rejoin in fourth.
So he'd be able to close 20 seconds in 10 laps though, or 8 laps.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to close that down, but although he is pulling away from them on much older tyres. Excuse me.
It'd be smart to just stay in the slipstream DRS of Josh and just let Josh pull him along.
Yeah. It's been a pretty lonely race for George Alice up in front. He had that little side-by-side action with Josh. Since the first pit stop, things have calmed down.
I'm sure he won't be complaining at the end though, if it's things like this.
You've got NR right on the back of Funky Cobra. Trying to make a move, but he just has nowhere to go. I believe the DRS section is coming up now, so he should make a move there. Depending on the exit.
It's quite difficult for him to actually get a good exit.
Yeah, it is. It is, because you don't want to hit that guy in front. And George Alice has a time penalty. That's just popped up on screen.
Could that affect the result?
Who knows? She'll soon see.
Got a 3-second gap, so
Yeah.
if he keeps up this pace, he might just be
And
right.
Good Aids has got one as well. So Good Aids is catching
This race
Josh.
could not be the one that finishes first.
Yeah, I know. And off
Sets
subs,
fast after the race.
yeah. These two, second, third and fourth are so close to each other, and Woodsy's still not catching.
And I'm making a move. Turn number 2. Inside line should be pretty easy on the new Ultras.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah. Will Funky try and come back? He is on the outside. He's too far behind. Funky does seem to struggle pace-wise, unless it's raining. I don't know if you're familiar with Funky Cobra, but if it's raining, he is unbelievably quick.
I'm not too familiar with the pace of these guys.
If it's dry, Funky will fight for a point. If it's wet, he will be winning the race. I'm just going to go with Good Aids. I don't think he's going to have enough room for that. If he pulls this one stop off, then fair play. And we've had a retirement from the flying corner. He's retired in the pit lane. I'm not too familiar who he is. I think he may be a reserve. Well, he is a reserve, but I don't know where we found him. And he's left the session straight away, so hopefully that doesn't bring out the safety car. So I'd be very angry.
Disappears. It looks like it stops in the pit, so he should be alright.
Yeah. But Pubstar's, you know, technically he is keeping up with these guys in lean. Maybe if he had a bit of fuel on board, he'd be able to challenge more. NR with the fastest lap. He seems very racy since coming out of the pits. 131 comments now on the stream. Just going to get on board with Goodhits. Pubstar is right behind him now. The DRS will help Goodhits as well. That's the only problem. Goodhits is keeping up with Josh. So he's getting helped out with DRS on the straights. So Pub is, I can imagine, is a very, very angry person inside that helmet right now.
There's not a lot you can really do though unless Josh pits or makes a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Or time penalties could be deceiving anyway. 2.7 is the gap. 2.5 now, so George Alice is losing time on these guys. Oh no, it's gone back up to 2.8. So.
Cool, with another penalty.
Yep. Oh, and it's it's an audacious move by Pubstar. Wow. He was about 400 meters back. Yeah, he was about 400 meters back, and he decided to make a move. He is definitely frustrated right now, though.
I've been in this position, you literally just got to wait for mistakes to happen, otherwise you end up in the wall.
Russia's a nightmare of a track for stuff like this. And NR looks very racy on those ultra softs. I think Woods and Showen have cemented their top 6, their 5th and 6th. So respect to them. Like I said, that's going to help them out toward the end of the season. Pubstars can now afford to get into Rich, so we'd be expecting a move here. Possibly. No. Good his defence. Ooh.
Looks on the outside, can you get a switch back?
Ooh.
A bit of contact, and you just can't do it.
And Ox is racking up the time penalties as well now. And that's give Josh a lot of breathing space.
Yeah, Goodhits might actually use DRS, which could help Pub.
Yeah. And Pub's looking through every gap. But he's right behind him. Yeah, he should be making the move here. Good, his straight line speed is very good. You'd be expecting a move from here. Oh,
surely not the insides.
Yeah, shut the door a little bit then.
Very close to the front wing.
Yeah. The door got shut and the latch went across. There's no room through there. And NR's now past Mr. Costa. NR's now in 9th. He missed that. I'm just going to get on board.
A dive bomb.
Yeah.
Into turn number 2.
He's already attempted it once. It didn't go to plan. Guys in the chat,
if actually made it past Costa.
Yeah. And guys, if you were as shocked as me that Goodhits has made these tyres go this far and still have pace, then leave a comment, because I can't believe how long he's took these tyres for. But fair play. They
pulled it back to within a second of Josh.
Yeah,
he's still got some life in those tyres.
What percentage of his tyres on right now? I really don't know how he's took them.
They've got to be around 60. They've got to be around punching level, surely.
Yeah, they've got to be. Surely, man. Honest to God, I know Russia's good for tyre wear, but you know, 20 laps he's been on these now, maybe longer, and he's still catching. Like, yes, you can probably go 20 laps, but he hasn't gone into lean once.
I haven't seen his back end or straight down corners either.
No.
So.
Well, these guys got what?
Pretty calm
about 10, 14 laps, newer tyres. About 10 laps, sorry, newer tyres than Goodhits. And yeah, George Alice is now 3.5 seconds ahead. Ooh, Goodhits gone wide.
Got on Nikos. Still lagging.
Yeah, he's lagging very badly. He's let him through. Yeah, good man. Yeah, and there's a time penalty for Nikos. And Sean closed the gap down to Woods. Although it's only 1.3 seconds, but when I checked not so long ago, it was actually around the 3.8 mark, I believe. So, oh, and good hits on the back of Josh. And he's going for the move.
And that's not the right decision in my eyes.
No, it's not.
Sitting at DRS.
Yeah.
It's train.
That's not a corner where you
could lose the podium.
Where you overtake there. And Pubstar's right to the back as well now. Will Pubstar make a move?
Looks a little too far back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very effective. I don't know if it's affected due to people leaving, but the slipstream doesn't seem that powerful. And Pub's going around the outside. Oh my god, he was close to that wall. Wow.
Oh, he's just left. I don't think that won't cause a safety car.
No.
In the final 2 laps.
But the thing is, I think people leaving has affected the slipstream, and that's why these guys can't pass each other. But you now have good aids all on the back of Josh. And Josh is probably wondering himself, how the hell is he still in this race? I do think if, obviously, no wing damage happened with good aids, he would have blitzed this race.
Yeah, definitely. His pace has looked solid ever since that pit stop.
Yeah, and is he going to make a move on the inside? Outside, sorry. Yes, he is. Josh shuts the door.
I've just realised Josh has actually got some front wing damage, so
right.
that up.
So that's why then.
That is probably why he can't pull away.
Yeah. And George.
That's now 5.5 seconds to first place.
Yeah, so hopefully, well, George is pretty safe now, I think. Pubstar's right to the back of them again. But will he be able to pass? That's the question. I don't think so.
Final 2 laps. He's going to try something.
Yeah,
It'll probably be next lap into turn number 2.
Do you think the slipstream's broken, or?
I mean, it's not as strong as the previous game, but it definitely doesn't look as powerful as it should be.
No.
As far as I know, it's not as common to happen in online on this game, but I know it still could.
And now showing is 2/10, within 2/10 of Woods. So I'm going to say on board with them, because the front 3 don't seem to be making any moves anyway. I should say 3rd to 4th, not the front 3.
I'll keep an eye on Pubstar, because he's probably going to dive into turn 2.
Right, okay. Good Aids is making a move. Yeah. Good Aids on the inside, pushes Josh wide. Does that bring Pub through? Yeah, it does. Pub's through on the inside.
Brilliant exit.
Yeah, it's an amazing exit, but now Pub's got to pass Good Aids. And I don't think Josh is a very happy chappy there. And Shawn's within DRS range. And it's definitely no slipstream because you'd be catching majorly there.
I'm going to keep an eye on Josh. I wouldn't be surprised if he dive bombed after that. What's going to happen in the turn number 2? Not a lot. That was very anticlimactic.
And Josh has cut the corner. Gonna get on board with Shawn. Woods has had a good exit though.
Almost breaking his wing on the back of the days. Just can't seem to get past him.
Josh McGill with a time penalty.
Josh frustrated trying to save this pack.
Yeah, definitely. And Pubstar is...
Can he get a good exit out of this corner?
Yes, he's had a great exit.
It's all or nothing. He's going to look on the outside.
Oh, is he going to get left of room?
For some wide
No.
contact. And I think that settled it, unless there's an audacious dive into the corner.
I won't be shocked with Pubstar. Oh, he's had a great exit there.
Let's try him on the outside. George wins the race.
Yeah, well done, George.
He's going to cross the line in second.
Yeah.
And take second.
He takes second as well, right. So Sean is now on the back of Woods still. Let's see if he... I don't think Sean will make an audacious move. Sean's not that type of driver, so...
What the penalty's going to do.
Oh, well, Ice Cold Andy's gone up to 6th. Woods in 5th. Josh 4th, as it stands.
NR stays 8th.
Yeah. Funky Cobra is a while back.
Costa could actually have Funky Cobra on penalties. I've noticed he's picked up quite a few.
And Corey's not far on him either. And, ooh.
Costa gets the final point.
Yeah. And Nikos is swerving across the line. And that sums the race up.
Driver of the day.
Definitely Woods the driver of the day. I was about to say, your opinion. Obviously I got to ask for your opinion, but who would you say driver of the day is?
I'd have to say Good Aids. Brilliant recovery.
Good aids, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's obviously a great shout considering the one stop that he somehow made. But I
have to know what his tyre was on.
Yeah,
on that final lap.
It'll be exciting to ask. Just gonna go through the grid. So you got George Alice in first. Good Aids have somehow gone onto the podium, respect to him. So first and second on the grid have stayed there. Pubstar, Josh. Woods, my driver of the day. He started 15th, he finished 5th. With no time penalties either. You got Ice Cold Andy, Showen, NR, Funky, Costa. Then you've got Whisket, Corey, Nikos, Napula. Running off the Woods was the only driver. Oh yeah, Woods was the only driver without a time penalty. So he is my driver of the day. Thank you for joining me, mate.
Pleasure.
Until next time. Thank you for watching, guys. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Goodbye.
See ya.